Righty, boys and girls, we are back with another Black Ops 6 live commentary. As you can tell by the title, this video is why I love Black Ops 6 so much. Now, this could go downhill very quick. This is my first game on of the day, so we could end up raging and hating it. But yeah, why do I love Black Ops 6 so much? Now, I get told by a lot of people and some mates of mine, why do you still play Black Ops 6? And some of you are probably wondering that yourselves, why I love it so much. Listen, it's almost like a little bit about me, but I've been playing Black Ops for like 15 years and I've enjoyed most of them, probably apart from like Vanguard and them ones. But I grew up playing Black Ops 1, or that's where I first started, and my love for COD has just always been like since then, really. I've always played like every single COD pretty much from then on, whether or not it's been like a little bit later than it's meant to be or whatever. But why do I love this one so much? Now, I'm not going to say it's a 10 out of 10 game. There's definitely a lot of faults with Black Ops 6. I think that just goes without saying. I think everyone knows that, even if you're not a COD player. That's just common knowledge. But it's just I don't know. I think it's probably because I've just played my best COD I have in ages. Like, I'd never got a nuke before this COD. Since then I've got two. Make sure you go check them out. But yeah, I've just absolutely loved it. I think it's because I've been playing so well on it, and I've been really consistent with it, and I've put a lot more hours into it than I have probably with other Call of Duties. And yeah, it's just I've just enjoyed it. I just have. I think, you know, apart from the faults, which I'll get into, but I think where I've just had like good games and stuff like that on it, it's probably helped a lot better. Now, that's all the good stuff, and the guns, to be fair, I quite like the guns. I think the guns are quite good, as like with this Kilo. I absolutely love this. Aim was well off there, but yeah, the guns are very much enjoyed. I know some of them have been like another CODs, or like they're repeats, which I think the CODs running now, they're always going to be like that. There was never going to be a point where they're going to introduce some new gun, because they're all based off of like real guns basically. But now that's all the good stuff on it, right? Now we'll get to the bad stuff. Obviously, one being hackers. I think we can't turn away from that. It's been dreadful with like hacker situation. I've never experienced like a hacker on COD. I think the first time I did was on Black Ops 2, but that was like 3 or 4 years after it had come out, so it wasn't like it was brand new to the game. But on this COD, I've experienced quite a few hackers, even in just like casual games. I've experienced hackers. Obviously, ranked plays full of them, and I'm only plat 2, and usually they're in like crims lobbies, iridescent lobbies, and all that good stuff. But I've been experienced them in casual, and it's just not good. It's just not good, really. I think it's not good enough from like Activision and all that, especially when they say about like their anti-cheats and stuff like that. But it's just, that is just not really good. Same with that aim, really. But yeah, but listen, I've enjoyed it so much. I have people say to me like, why do you enjoy playing COD so much? And like I say, I think it's because I've been playing my best I've ever played before. My KD's at its highest. I've dropped 2 nukes. I've just enjoyed that aspect of it. I've enjoyed Omni movement as well, which is quite surprising, because when I played the beta for Black Ops 6 back in September, I think it was, I hated it. I was like, this is awful. I actually wasn't going to buy it, to be honest. I will be brutally honest. I wasn't going to buy Black Ops 6, and I'm glad I did, because I've made so much content on this COD. I've played my best I have ever, and it's just been really good. But like I said, all good things aside, maps have been very mediocre for me. I think like it's been very meh. Like, I quite like Derelict. Some people don't. I think that's just personal opinion, but I think in terms of maps overall, I'd have to give it a rating of like a I'd have to give it like a 5. There's definitely a few maps that I don't like. I think the maps could be played better. I think if you was to play like Red Card, for instance, I think that map would play better on like a 10v10. But this is Call of Duty. This ain't Battlefield. You know, you shouldn't be playing with an extra 4 people. But you know, in COD nowadays, you do have that. But I think Red Card's not too bad. But like I say, it's got to be played with more people, and unfortunately, this ain't Battlefield. This is meant to be played 6v6. But I think they're trying to push people more for that, which is a bit annoying, really. But it is what it is. Now, that being aside of maps and stuff like that, like I said, Omni movement I very much enjoyed, and I didn't think I was going to enjoy it because it was just, I just didn't like it. I played my first game and I was just like, this is awful. I just generally couldn't see me buying this. I thought, and at the time I was quite enjoying like Modern Warfare 3, and I thought I'm just going to stick to this and I'll just try and make more content as much as I can and just try and hate Black Ops 6 in the background, which I think probably would have worked, to be honest. But I'm glad I didn't do that because, like I said, I played my best I have, and I very much enjoyed that. Now, what would need changing for Black Ops 7 to be better, or how this should have been? Now, if you played Modern Warfare 2, like 20, what edition was that? It was 2022 when that came out. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2022. Wow, that was a bit mad. Then you would have known that that game was, I'd put this on par with Black Ops 6, really, or I'd put Black Ops 6 on par with that, purely because once Modern Warfare 3 2023 come out, that's how Modern Warfare 2 should have been. It was like everyone was saying how good it was and how much they enjoyed the content. There were still faults with it, don't get me wrong, but I think unfortunately that's just COD now. I think you have too many opinions. Everyone's got I know you could say the same about me, but everyone's got a YouTube channel, TikTok account, and everyone's throwing in their 2 bob, and yeah, it just sort of, yeah, I think you get mixed opinions, and I think you get people that are just looking to create a storm and stuff, which I'm not looking to do here. I'm sort of going the opposite with it by saying I actually enjoy it, because I do enjoy it, but there is definitely faults. I think if I had to give Black Ops 6 a rating over 10, I think it'd have to be a 6.5. I think this, oh, stop shooting now. I think it could have been a lot better than it was. Like I say, making the maps better, taking out cheaters, and all stuff like that. I think if you made all that better, this is like a 7 or 8 out of 10. You know, it would have made it a lot better. I think people have enjoyed ranked play, but because of cheaters, it's just ruined the fun out of it. Which it has for me, because it's one of the main reasons why I've not played so much of it. I've returned back to it about a month ago for the first time in a while. Second game on, cheaters, and it just ruins it and takes the fun out of it. Like, you put so many hours into a game to become better at it, just for someone to spend £80 and they just cheat. So it's quite annoying. It is very annoying, and it's something they've got to work on. But I can't see them making a massive comeback for BO7. I just can't, and I think this is the decline of Call of Duty, really, and it's a shame because I love the Black Ops series, but I prefer it over to Modern Warfare. I think it's probably one of the best series we've seen. Let's try and get this guy. Oh my days, that was awful. I was going silent to proper concentrate now. We dropped a stinker as well. But yeah, I can't see them making a comeback. I generally cannot see Activision making a comeback and making Black Ops 7 a lot better. I think people wanted Tac Sprint now. I'm not bothered about Tac Sprint, to be honest. I couldn't really care less if they did, they didn't. Jetpacks, I didn't really want it in the game. I did speak a little bit about this in a commentary video I done a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, I can't see them making a comeback. I think, unfortunately, this is going to be the downfall of the Black Ops series. I don't think as COD as a whole, because I think Modern Warfare is coming next year, and that might just give it the little shake up that it needs. And I think they can sit back and actually look at the past 2 years and go, we can make this a lot better. And generally, I thought Activision was going to do the same with Black Ops. I thought they was going to look at Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 and go, do you know what? We can make this a lot better than we can. And I think everyone was expecting that from Black Ops 6. The hype that it had last year, it was building up since April, which this year we only just started seeing it from like end of June, July time. I mean, the trailer just dropped out of nowhere. I was just chilling watching football, and all of a sudden I'm scrolling through Twitter, seeing a Black Ops 7 trailer, and it was just like, this is nuts. But there's the hype around Black Ops 7 has been awful in my opinion. I think when the trailer first dropped, everyone was really hyping it up, which always happens. I think everyone done that with like Vanguard and Infinite Warfare and stuff like that, and they turned out to be very mediocre or below. But the hype for BO6 was unreal. I mean, it was like Mount Rushmore building the things. I've still got the newspaper article in my drawer of when they had like the 3 heads images and stuff like that. And the hype around it was just brilliant. It was so cool. Everyone was just loving it. But now it's dropped off really. I think they've only got themselves to blame when it comes to Black Ops 6. I think everyone knew that. I think what probably made it a little bit better or more enjoyable was the fact that on Xbox you was basically getting it for free, you know, with your Xbox Game Pass, and majority of the games I get in now are mainly Xbox really. I think I got into one lobby a couple of days ago where the whole lobby was playing on PlayStation. Whether or not that's legit, we know Black Ops 6 has had loads of issues with stuff like that, which is another thing. You pay £70 for a game and you expect it to run smoothly, but this has been nothing but smooth. But like I say, the only reason why I've been playing it is because I've just been doing so well on it, and yeah, well, apart from that bit there, but I've just been enjoying it because I've played my best I've ever done, and I hope it continues over to Black Ops 7. I hope it's just not like a fluke, but like I was saying, I can't see Activision or anyone making a massive comeback for BO7. I just can't see it, unfortunately. They're gonna have to change a lot. They're gonna have to make the maps better. I wouldn't mind seeing some maps being carried over, maybe as like a DLC or in like a season reload. I'd like to see Skyline. I'd like to see Subsonic possibly make a comeback. What other maps? I mean, I don't mind this map, to be fair, Extraction. I have a love-hate relationship with it, but I don't mind this map, to be fair. It's a playable map. But yeah, they need to make a massive comeback with maps, unfortunately, and I think ranked play needs to be done a lot better. I think if they just solve the hackers and cheaters, it will be a great game. That's all everyone's asking for with this, you know. And it was just a simple thing. Make the anti-cheat better, and you have a better game. But they didn't do that. They didn't want to listen. And they're going to pay for it. They are going to pay the price, because I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter, whether or not it's true or not, you never know, but people saying they're not going to be buying it. I'm going to wait until the beta and make my own mind up for that, because I sort of was saying the same about Black Ops 6 when that beta dropped, that I wasn't going to play this because I didn't like the movement, but since playing it, I've absolutely loved the movement. I think it's brilliant, and I think that's the future of COD. But it's alright having good movement and stuff like that, but in terms of gameplay and little things like issues and stuff, what's going to be resolved in Black Ops 7? Are we going to have the same issues again, where we go back to having a game that's constantly bugging? Like what? I'm going to do a scummy move there. That didn't work. Yeah, are we going to go back to having them issues again? Because it's not going to look good. And I know I'm probably repeating myself here, but I didn't really have a script written out or something. I just thought I'd hit record and go with the flow. But it's not looking good, to be honest, for the COD series, and it's such a shame because I've been playing this since I was like 5. I started on Black Ops 1. I probably learned a lot more when I played, or put a lot more hours into Black Ops 2. I mean, I played that for about 2-3 years because I couldn't really afford any other COD. But it's a shame. It's a real shame to see the direction it's going in, and I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna go down the routes in this one of adding bots into the game to fill lobbies. I mean, like, I was playing last night, and I know it's a Monday night at like 10-11 o'clock, but it was struggling to find a full lobby. I mean, I can load up Black Ops 3 and get into a full lobby right now, and that game's nearly 10 years old, you know, and that just goes to show you that it was such a much loved game and a lot of appreciation for that. But you know, it's in a real decline, but it'll be interesting to see the future of it, how it plans out, what they do with it, what they add, what they take away from it. I mean, they know what they've got to do. They know what they've got to do. Make the anti-cheat better. You know, make the maps better. The movement and stuff like that people like and enjoy, apart from tax spree. But Omni movement is quite good. It does add a fun element to the game, but they just need to make the anti-cheat better. They need to make the maps better.
That's a mover.
What else can they do? I think the guns are good. I'd carry the guns over, maybe a few, and then leave it as that. But yeah, they need to make a massive improvement to that. But I'm gonna cut this video right here, right now. There's not really much else for me to talk about. I've been waffling on for about 20 minutes now. But yeah, like I was saying, I didn't have a script or anything like that. I just thought I would just talk my opinion and talk my mind on the future of COD, because you know, it's not looking good for it, and like I said, it's a real shame, because I've enjoyed this so much. I mean, the first few months of Black Ops coming out, or like BO6 coming out, hype was amazing. Everybody was loving it. But I think that's always been, COD's always been about that. Like the first few months, everyone's grinding for gold and diamond, and you know, it's real fun. But I've completely forgot that. But it then hits a point where everyone gets bored of it. No one's playing it. And that's what's happened. But I think BO6 has taken a much worse dive down. I mean, the numbers have dropped massively, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, I'm gonna cut this short now. Let's see if we can pick up a few kills. Maybe drop a nuke. I doubt that. I've been playing pretty awful in the last 2 games. Let's get up here. Let's get down to him. Take him out. But yeah, I'm going to cut the video short, guys. Make sure you drop a follow, make sure you like and subscribe and do all that. Check out my nuke video as well. I'm also going to be dropping a gun class on this Kilo 141, which, oh, I thought that was an enemy, which is very cool and very exciting. But yeah, make sure you follow, do all that good stuff. Let me know if you enjoyed the video as well. If you have any video ideas, I always put in the description. If you have any video ideas, let me know in the comment section down below. See you later.